Let's continue our lecture video in Highway and Railroad Engineering for Module 7, Traffic Engineering, Road Signs and Pavement Markings. Now in the Part 1 lecture video, we were able to learn about the regulatory signs and the warning signs. Now in this lecture video, we will learn the rest of the classification of road signs. Now, let's continue with the guide signs. Guide signs inform road users about the direction and distances of destinations on the route they are following or along other roads that intersect the route. They supply information to identify points of geographical or historical interest and give directions to rest areas, camping, or parking areas. Guide signs should be limited to the number of words a driver can read, and in time, he can turn his attention from the road to the sign. Signs should carry not more than 3 lines of legends, so take note of that, or 3 destination names. So here are the classifications of guide signs. Number 1, advanced direction signs. So these signs indicate the only directions in which the motorist is obliged to follow. So these are the examples of advanced direction signs. So for advanced direction signs, used in advance of an intersection to indicate destinations along each route leading away from the intersection, providing prior information of the routes ahead by showing place, names, arrows, symbols, and instructions to indicate directions. Now here at the left side, these are the stack signs and diagrammatic signs wherein you can see the actual na itsura ng road natin. So, it's either it goes straight ahead, goes to the left, or paslant na ganyan. Or if merong presence of curves. So, it shows in diagrammatic signs yung drawings or the top view of the road ahead. Okay? Then, we have number 2, the intersection direction. Visible in less than 1 kilometer before an intersection. So here are the examples for intersection direction signs. So intersection direction signs supplements advanced direction signs and should be placed at more important intersections or decision points to show where the intersecting roads lead. So these are your intersection signs. Next, for number 3, reassurance direct signs. So approximate distance of a particular exit. For example, for the exit for Angeles, we have here the number 70 indicating the approximate distance from the point where you saw it. Okay, so this is also one example. So reassurance signs may be used beyond intersections to reassure motorists who are traveling towards their intended and to indicate the distances to the desired destination. So ito yung example kanina. Number 4, we have the fingerboard and direction signs. Provide directions to towns, scenic attractions, geographical interests at less important intersections. So here are the examples. Then we have the street name signs. Informs the road users the names of roads and streets they are passing or entering. So these are the street name signs. Next, for number 6, Town names and geographical features signs. Signs that convey the general information of interest such as geographical locations. So here are your example. Next, number 7, service signs. So ito yung mga signs na kung saan pag mahaba-haba yung biyahe, you were now looking outside your window whether you can see these signs. Pag naiihi ka na or nagugutom na, okay, or you were finding a place to park, okay, so you will be looking out for these signs too. Next, we have the number 8, tourist information and destination signs. So para sa mga tourist attractions, so you have there Fort Santiago, Taal Lake, National Museum, then it says there indicating the distance, turn right 300 meters. Next, for number 9, we have the route markers. Identification route number of arterial and national highway and direction of the route. In the Philippines, distance is measured from 0-kilometer post in each province, which should be somewhere near the provincial building. In Luzon, distance is measured between each provincial 0-kilometer post, and 0-kilometer post is in Luneta Park, Manila. Okay. So here is our what we see in kilometer markers. So if you observe, we have here the following features. So here, kilometer, km, sometimes just k, stands for kilometer, while the number below is your current driving distance from the kilometer 0, or simply km0, located across Luneta in Manila. So this number here indicates your distance from the kilometer 0 marker in Luneta. Basically, this will tell you how far you are from the nation's capital. In our example, we're 36 kilometers away from Luneta. So yeah. Now here, the next one, below is the initial of the next town or the city. So letter P here in this example is Plaridel. P stands for Plaridel, which is 6 kilometers away from where it is. So it is the distance to the next city or town. Another thing or interesting fact about kilometer markers is that if your kilometer marker, if the kilometer marker that you saw in the road is on the right side of the road, that means you are driving away from Manila. So remember that. Kapag nasa kanan o nasa right yung kilometer marker, it means you are driving away from Manila. So we can say that, well, you're driving north. If we look at that, or you're driving away from Manila. If it's on the left, then you're heading towards the capital. Papunta ka na doon. So in case na medyo langan ka sa lugar kung nasaan ka, so just look for a kilometer marker and you will see here clues kung paano ka makakarating sa gusto mong paroonan, as long as you know your geography. So these are the clues using your kilometer marker. Number 10, Asian Highway route markers. Our country has been assigned the Asian Highway route number AH26. These identify general direction of arterial roads of the Asian highways that have significance as through routes. So These are the examples which indicates it as Asian highway route markers. Okay. Now let's go for the fourth classification, and that is the letter D, signs on the expressways. These signs are essential for the driver to have an advanced information to ensure that they can position their vehicles in the correct lanes. So number 1, expressway approach signs. The sign is installed in advance or at the nearest intersection or interchange leading to the expressway. So here are the examples. Number 2, expressway information signs. So here are the toll charges, sign that inform motorists the amount of toll charges required to pay at the toll plaza. We have the prohibited on expressway, advanced information that prohibits traveling on expressways. So here, bawal ang motosiklo, bisikleta sa highway. Bawal pumasok sa sakyang walang taillight. Prohibited on expressway. Pedestrians, bicycles, animals, horse-drawn vehicles, long and wide loads. Then we have here lane direction signs. These are used to guide the motorists into correct lanes leading to an intersection or an interchange. Okay? So those are number 1, number 2. Number 3, advanced exit signs placed in advance of an exit toll. Pag hinahanap mo ng exit, so magpapakita na ito, Calamba exit, and that is 2 kilometers away. And then, or meron din Alabang exit indicating that the next exit will be the Alabang exit. Or maglalagay ng distance. The exit is 1 kilometer and you should be on the right lane. Number 4, expressway exit direction. Exit signs posted overhead before the exit ramp of interchange. So nasa exit na mismo yan. And palabas ka na dyan. Number 5, expressway service signs. Signs to services on or off expressways such as rest area and other services. Okay, so here indicating distance and direction to rest areas, distance and direction to various expressway services. Next, number 6, start and end of expressway. So here are the example, and this is expressway, tinanggal lang yung ibang letra. Number 7, expressway traffic instruction and regulatory signs. These signs are normally seen exclusively for expressways. So we have here the examples. Special signs that can be seen 200 meters from the toll exit. Then you can have this also as regulatory signs and instruction. So the right lane ends 500 meters. Check your brakes. Vehicles use right lane. Lane ends, merge left. Right lane ends, merge left. Merge left. So those are the examples. Next classification for road signs. We have the traffic instruction signs. These signs instruct the motorist to follow a direction or to obey a course of action. It is in conjunction with regulatory or warning signs to form a standard treatment and to support the operation of traffic rules. So number 1, we have their supplementary signs. Here are the examples. Number 2, movement instruction signs. So with regards to the movement, reduce speed or the driver must slow down. Stop here on red signal. Stop on a designated stop line. Vehicle may turn left or right if the intersection is clear. Slow vehicles, use right lane. Mabagal sa sasakyan, mamalagi sa kanan. Number 2. Movement instruction signs. So we have there, vehicles with more than 4.8 meters in height must detour. Detour for directional signs. Driver must give way to pedestrians. Turn right on green light only. Approaching dead end. Road is closed to all vehicles. Drivers to form one lane only. Directional signs for trucks and buses. Truck at bus, mamalagi sa kanan, maliban kung lulusot, means to stay on right lane unless passing other vehicles. And the last road classification is the hazard markers. Hazard markers used to emphasize a marked change in the direction of travel and the presence of obstruction. Rectangular in shapes and generally consisting of a series of alternate black and white bands, or sometimes you can see it in red. Now we have here the chevron signs. Chevron signs guide drivers through a change in horizontal alignment of the road. So we have here one-way hazard markers indicate to the approaching driver the direction to be followed at the end of the road. Two-way hazard markers warns the driver that the road ahead is about to change direction. Sign used on a wide column of an overpass structure median island. Width marker, narrowing vehicle width clearance. Obstruction markers means road closure ahead. So here are the hazard markers. One-way hazard markers, or HM1, to delineate abrupt narrowing of pavement, exposed ends of median islands, central islands of roundabout, to delineate curb approach to intersections. 4 chevron signs to guide through a change in horizontal alignment, to supplement advanced warning signs or W1 signs or delineators. Here is another hazard marker. Width marker used at approaches to road bridges, so indicating the width. Design guidelines for chevron signs. The point of arrow shall indicate the direction of travel. Shall be visible for at least 150 meters from the curb. The minimum lateral offset shall be 1.8 meters. Shall be aligned at right angle to the driver's line of sight. So, syempre, kailangan mong makita yan. Kaya, dapat naka-right angle. Spacing should allow the driver to see at least 3 signs while negotiating the curb. So, take note, at least 3 signs ang makikita ni driver habang nagpapakurba. Hindi yung isa dito, isa na naman doon kasi nagtitipid sa budget, no? So, naglagay na dito ng minimum offset of 1.8 meters. And then, dapat at least 3 signs ang nakikita habang nagdadrive yung driver. Installed at 1.5 meter above the ground for rural, 2.2 meters kapag urban. So, hindi yung nasa almost nakatouch na sa lupa kasi nagtitipid sa bakal. Hindi. Dapat sumunod sa standard 1.5 meter above kapag rural, 2.2 meters kapag urban. So, ito yung mga design na gagamitin. So, you can use either the red, white, or the black, white. So, here are the design guidelines for chevron signs. So, for the type of chevron sign, so we can have here the typical size and the application. The recommended spacing depends on the advisory speed limit, the radius, and here is the spacing. So, nandyan na kapag mag-design, paano yan i-install. Hindi yung basta tinuturo-turo na lang kung saan ilalagay. Guesswork, hindi pwede. May sinusunod tayong standards. So, ito yung mga standards natin na nasa manual, present or nirelease ng DPWH. Design guidelines for chevron signs. So, here are the dimensions for the chevron signs. Andito yung plan. So, you have there the plan. And the elevation. So, 2.2 meters for the urban, and here are the dimensions. And also the required materials nandiyan na rin. Roadwork signs. So, ito yung mga signs na nakikita natin kapag may tinatrabaho sila sa kalsada. So, these are some of the special signs natin na pwedeng tanggalin after na matapos yung construction. So, you can have there men at work. You can have also caution, construction entrance ahead. So, it's alerting the driver na may possibility na may bigla-bigla na lang lulusot doon na bison. So, kailangan mag-ingat. Danger, heavy equipment crossing. Slow down, men at work. Excavation work ongoing. Please bear with us. Then, we have also here the sorry for the inconvenience sign, indicating na may tinatrabaho sila sa kalsada. So, that's it for this video. The next one will be the pavement markings.